Hey, whippersnappers, it's Tortimer the Gray. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokemon Showdown Gray version. Today we were heading into a cave and taking on some of the many trainers that were on that route. And the first one we came up against was Couple Nougat there, I guess. There's two of them. And so he comes at us with a pretty cool little team here. So let's see what we've got. Deku the Torterra. This is our first week in NU, I guess I should say. We finally defeated Gym 2 last week, which brought this week into the NU tier, because it's the tier of our next gym. Gym 3 is going to be NU. And so you guys will see a lot of our guys have rode up pretty nice. The team has switched up slightly. I don't do a lot of work in NU, and frankly I don't do a lot of work in tiers above Little Cup. Little Cup's kind of my bread and butter, always kind of has been, so it was really kind of challenging for me to kind of step out and be like, alright, so these are kind of the building blocks I started with in Little Cup. How do I now make an NU team that is functional? And so I tried to keep many of the same components just for continuity's sake. We've got Blackavar, he's now a Nidorino. Of course, Blackavar has to be on every team we do. Nobody else has to be necessarily, but Blackavar does, and so here he is as a Nidorino. I believe that Nidoking is UU, so it's going to be a little while before he gets to evolve, I think, but that's alright. Nidorino came in, running the same set on Blackavar as I was in Little Cup, just because there was no suggested sets for Nidorino. You're not supposed to use Nidorino, so whatever. But yeah, but we've got like Zelda here. Zelda's running largely the same set. You'll see her, she comes here with the Ice Punch, hits the Golurk pretty hard there. The Confusion not being in a way for that particular move. And then they bring in Hariyama. Gonna bring Fumzy in for that. Hariyama sets up the Belly Drum while Fumzy is going to throw up. Well, he was going to throw up. I was going to throw up the Will-O-Wisp. Of course, Hariyama has Guts, so it wouldn't have actually mattered. And he gets Toxic Orbed himself, so he's got Toxic damage, which is useful. I was hoping the Choice Scarf was going to help us there, but he was able to take out Zelda. Then we have Vornado, our new Rotom fan, and Rotom comes in with the Will-O-Wisp as well, gets that set up on the Kabutops just in time to take a Stone Edge there. And be able to survive it, and then we're able to Volt Switch on out of there, taking down the Kabutops, and then Deku, or Torterra, is going to come back in. Who knew Torterra was NU? I think I've got Torterra on my OU team, and he's not worthless there. I don't understand why Torterra is maybe just the 4 times Ice weakness, I guess, and slow, and I don't know. I like Torterra. Fight me, bro. And then Vornado's going to come back in with the hidden power. I think Grass. I don't think it's Ice. It might have been Ice, but taking on Charmu there, and then Hypnotoad's going to come in with the priority Vacuum Wave and take it down. So Hypnotoad's a Poliwrath, Zelda's a Primeape, Fumzy's a Weezing, Blackavar's a Nidorino, and then we had the new additions of Deku and Vornado this week. So let's check out what the rest of the trainers on this route have for us, shall we? Here we go. Alrighty guys, here we go. Battle number 2 against Alpha Torres. He leads off with his Regice, and I'm thinking, oh, we can get one hit in, and no! No, we cannot. That Ice Beam takes Deku right down, which I guess may be part of the reason why Deku's in NU, but hey, there we go. Zelda comes in at that point, then we land the close combat on the Raichu, taking it down. Not before taking some serious damage from the Raichu, though, and then when the Swellow comes in, Swallow, that's what that thing's called. Vornado's going to be able to take the hits pretty well, land the Volt Switch, which is going to one-shot, and then come back out. Bringing Blackavar in, I'm going to take the opportunity as the Crustal Shell smashes. We're going to go ahead and set up Home Claws here. At least I believe that's what I would do. There we go, the stats finally finished calculating there. Yeah, we set up our Home Claws. And so now it's kind of a show-off here. I threw up the Sucker Punch, worried about that, the Earthquake there. And so I bring in Fumzy. And this thing, even with its boost, it doesn't have enough to get into Fumzy. And so they decide, smartly enough, I mean, they can't get through Fumzy, so they're going to take this opportunity while Fumzy attempts to take it out, because I don't trust anybody else to handle it. They're going to take that opportunity to set up a good layer of spikes, so Alpha Torres gets that going. And gets the full layer of spikes down before Fumzy's able to kill it with the burn and the Sludge Wave, or Sludge Bomb. Sludge Bomb's what we're running on Fumzy. The Priroar comes in up against Hypnotoad. Gonna throw up that Solar Beam though, which is gonna wreck Hypnotoad's face. Unfortunately there. And then Vornado's gonna come back in, avoiding the spikes, but gonna go down to the Hyper Voice. And so as Priroar gets the stuff going here, Fumesy's gonna take a hard Fire Blast. Ugh. And then Zelda's gonna come in, take some hard spikes damage. Gonna land the Stone Edge, but it's not gonna be enough, and gonna get Solar Beamed in the face by the Pyroar. So, Alpha Torres, a strong offering this week. This is, just for continuity's sake, this is not a new participant. This is Chimichang Bro, who is rebranding themselves. So, from now on, we'll be referred to as Alpha Torres, but a continuing member of our Gray version clan. And I want to thank Alpha Torres. I want to thank you, as well as Nougat. I forgot to thank Nougat in his little segment. Thank you both for participating this week. I greatly appreciate it. Let's check out what the rest of the trainers on the route have for us. Here we go. Alrighty guys, here we go. Battle number 3 against Ace Trainer Nurion, and Nurion leads off with the Miss Magus. We're able to get the Stealth Rocks up, and then Miss Magus is going to come in with the Phantom Force. I switched into Zelda. Land a hard Stone Edge there, but then we're going to switch out. Vornado's got pretty good special defenses, and so I switched into it to take that Phantom Force, and then throw up the Volt Switch. Going to bring it back out, Zelda back in, and then we're going to be able to Choice Scarf U-turn into the Miss Magus and take it out. So, a little bit of fancy footwork there, but we're able to take that thing out without too much damage. The Klinkank comes in against Fumesy, throws up the Protect to avoid the Will-O-Wisp, hit this with the Gear Grind. Thankfully, we only get hit twice, because that was doing pretty decent damage to Fumesy, who's, you know, got the defenses going. So then we land the Burn, and then we're going to land the Flamethrower, which I believe, yeah, we got a crit. And then the Burn's going to take it down. Mantine comes in at that point, so we're going to switch into Hypnotoad, expecting the Water move. Hypnotoad does have Water Absorb, so that works out. The Focus Blast we throw up, but it's going to miss. They switch into Malamar as I throw up the Ice Beam, and then we're going to throw up the Vacuum Wave, which does surprisingly little. I would have expected better from the fighting move there, and then the Focus Blast is going to miss, which is going to leave Hypnotoad open to death. So Hypnotoad's going to go out, first blood from our team there. Zelda comes in with the U-turn though to clean up, and then we bring Blackavar in. Blackavar is going to come on out against the Psychic type there. Vornado's going to come in, take that Giga Impact, and leave room for Zelda to come in with the Ice Punch there. Claydol must recharge, so it's not going to be able to attack us that turn, and then the Ice Punch is going to come in quick and finish off the Claydol. At that point, Mantine comes in, Blackavar's back on the field, the dive gets set up, Blackavar takes that no problem as we set up the Home Claws here. And then we're going to predict the Protect there. Yeah, we predict the Protect there, we set up Home Claws again just to kind of be unreasonably OP, I guess. Or I think, well, we were thinking either Protect or Dive there. I think I was predicting the Dive more than the Protect, actually. I figured he'd be faster and get underwater, so it wasn't worth attacking. And then they bring out now Dino, and I was actually, I commented, I was really surprised that Dino didn't get the Fairy type, but then they Mega Evolve into a Fairy type to take the Poison Jab and go down. I don't know if Dino's defenses could have handled the Poison Jab, otherwise I would imagine so without it being super effective, but either way, Blackavar is able to finish off with his 2x Home Claws, and the Poison Jab into the Fairy type Megas. So, thank you, Ace Trainer Nurion, for the fun battle this week. I appreciate you coming back week after week. Let's check out what the rest of you trainers have got for us. Here we go. Alrighty, Whippersnappers, here we are against Scad, and Scad has got a very interesting team, and Scad knows just how I play. She's been watching me for years at this point, and she's got my number. I'm just gonna put that out there. She's a better battler than I am, and yeah. So Scad gets the magic bounce, so we throw our own stealth rocks back up us, and then she starts throwing up shields and all that. Close combat does nothing. She made that switch perfectly. And so then Deku's gonna come in there. I really don't have, well, realistically, I don't have a flying or a psychic counter. And so a flying psychic type, well, I've got a flying counter, I guess, but Vornado doesn't live. Zelda's going to come in and throw up the Stone Edge, which isn't going to be doing enough because of the Reflect. And so the flying psychic type's just going to whip through team. I've got 2 fighting types and a grass type. So the flying types wreck us there. And then the psychic type, I have 2 poison types and 2 fighting types. I really need to get some more variety in this team. I love Fumesy, but with the poison type starter, I may need to look other places for a physical wall. And then I may need to look for other attackers in place of Zelda and Hypnotoad that don't carry the same weakness. If I decide to keep Fumesy or something, I really need to have something that would be able to take the blows that they cannot. So that's something we need to think about. Fumesy shouldn't be in against psychic types anyway because he's a physical wall, not a special wall. But yeah, so kind of been trying to keep to like earlier route Pokemon and stuff like that. And for this particular week, I wanted to, I didn't want to shake up the team entirely. I wanted to do a little bit of all grown up sort of deal. Yeah, so we will probably be making some more significant changes next week. Try to make some actually viable teams. Not getting too carried away probably because you guys know that's not really my style, but we'll be attempting to do some stuff. But you guys can see here, I wasn't kidding. Scad knows just how to get at me. As she puts me down 1-5 here with Deku left, and Janine sets up the psychic or the Destiny Bond there, and Deku's gonna take himself out with the wood hammer. So thank you so much, Scad, for the battle this week. I greatly appreciate you always embarrassing me in front of my viewers. And no, I seriously, you can't grow unless you challenge yourself against people who are better than you, and Scad is definitely one of those people. So thank you, Scad, for participating this week. Let's check out what our last trainer on the route has for us. Here we go. Alrighty, guys, here is our last battle. We went up against Arctic Animal Mac, and Mac had quite an interesting team for us here today as well. And Hypnotoad's going to come in to take that Ice Beam for Deku, the second time around at least. We throw an Ice Beam back, which is surprisingly worthless against the Dragon-type Slug there. So that's disappointing. I bring Fumesy in at that point to set up the Will-O-Wisp. I figure that progressive damage is going to be my best bet for getting rid of this thing, especially since the super effective move didn't do much. Hypnotoad comes back in at that point, and I'm going to throw up the Ice Beam there. Still not really doing much. I believe that Hypnotoad is going to stay in, though. Yeah, I'm going to stay in, throw up the Ice Beam. The Slug sets up the rest, though, and at that point I'm like, okay. Oh, Mac. So at that point I'm like, alright, well this thing's got Ice Beam, or it's taking these Ice Beams like a champ. Its physical defenses must be through the roof. So I bring in Zelda with the, or special defenses must be through the roof. So I bring in Zelda, who's got the physical Ice move, to take care of it there, and they miscount their rest cycles, and they use Sleep Talk again, which leaves us room to be able to get the final Ice Punch in and finally take out the Slug. So that worked out pretty nicely. Zelda was able to clean that up for us. Nice to have that counterbalance there between special and physical. Fumesy is going to take a Shadow Sneak from the Blob there, set up the burn, again to get that progressive damage. These mucks can be bulky as all get out, so wanted to make sure we had something going there. And then I bring Blackavar back in. Blackavar is going to set up the Home Claws there, and then we're going to, something weird happens here if I remember correctly. Yeah, they switch out. Not that weird, I guess, considering he's burned and, all this other stuff. But, and of course, Mac knows the drill run is coming because, you guys watch my stuff. And so, we set up the Home Claws again. We get the Sucker Punch going. Able to take out the Haunter that time very nicely. Mismagius comes in again. I throw up the Sucker Punch. I know it's probably going to be a bad play to do that, figuring they might set it, but we get lucky, and they go for the move there, and we're able to kill the Mismagius, even with it eating... which berry did he have on it? Colbur Berry, to reduce the effectiveness. Yeah, Mismagius went down. So I'm feeling pretty good about it at this point. But then this Pinsir, this stupid Pinsir comes in. Vornado unfortunately misses the Air Slash. I'm going to take a Stone Edge and go down. Pinsir's Moxie boosting his attack all the time. Fumesy comes in, and even Fumesy can't stand up to the might of this Pinsir. And the battle just unravels from there. So yeah, some of you guys, you've been watching me week in, week out, you guys know how to beat me at this point. And so yeah, we're gonna shake things up. It's been a bloody week for sure. We've had a couple of bloody weeks. The gym went very well, but the route before the gym was pretty bloody as well. So we're gonna see what we can do. I can't guarantee flawless victories this coming week, but you never know. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so Mac goes ahead and with that pincer sweeps through my team. Pincer sweep there. I think maybe only one of my Pokemon had gone down previous to that. If that, I think he might have taken out everybody at that point. Well, Zelda might have been dead. Anyway, so yeah, thank you guys so much, Mac. Thank you for your participation this week. Thank everybody who participated this week. Everybody who's watching, thank you. Again, as I say every week, if you guys are interested in participating but you have not done so, Pokemon Showdown is a free online battle simulator. You don't have to download any software. You don't have to do anything. You just go on there, you build your teams, you battle. It's a lot of fun. So feel free, link in the description down below. Feel free to do that. And let's quickly check out what we're going to be doing in our battles this coming week, and then we can get on out of here. Alrighty, guys, 1 second. Alrighty, guys, here we are back with our spreadsheet. Now let's quickly generate this. We got to figure out what kind of encounter we're going to have this week. 1 through 6. 3 is an evil team encounter. All right, it's been a little while since we've had one of those. Perfect. So let's get this going here. So we're going to have an evil team encounter, and the tier is still going to be NU because we've got the Gym 3 coming up at some point, and so and you got to build NU teams for evil teams, and you can build upon your previous evil teams that we had in Little Cup, or you can just build an evil team. It doesn't have to conform to Team Rocket. It doesn't have to conform to Team Magma. Whatever team of evil Pokemon you want to put together, do it. And I will see you guys. Dates and times and everything all the details are in the description down below. Be sure to check that out. As always, if you guys do have issues getting in the time slots below, just let me know. I can try and make something work if we have a couple of specific instances. I'll try and make it work as best I can, but with no real promises. I mean, if you're like, well, I can only battle at like 2 o'clock EST, well, it's like, well, I work. I do these battles before I go to work, over lunch, and then occasionally when I get home, if I'm able to get to the computer right after work when I get home. So I don't have the option of making exceptions during work hours. But as best I can, we can make those exceptions if possible. Otherwise, your best bet is to get in there on the times and stuff listed below. Earlier in the week is always better, but just let me know if you're like, if you know already, Tort, I'm not gonna be able to get in there till Thursday morning. Let me know, and then I'll make sure to be watching for you. But yeah, so build your evil teams in the NU tier. I will see you guys starting tomorrow morning, and yeah, look forward to it, guys. This series has been a ton of fun. I appreciate all of you guys who continue to support it. And I'm looking forward to our battles this week. So I'll see you guys next time. As always, I'm Tortimer the Great. You guys are doing great. Have a good one.